A California teacher brags about turning students into far left. What?
This morning after a pro-Antifa high school teacher is caught on camera bragging about his push to turn students to the far left.
Like I have an Antifa flag on my wall, and a student complained about that.
Bro, I will bet money that this dude is a Hasanabi head. Okay, I will bet money that this dude is like 1,000%. Fox News is so insane. They're literally just saying like anti-fascism is bad, and a teacher is like bragging about being an anti-fascist.
And he said it made him feel uncomfortable. And I addressed it to everyone because I didn't know who it was. And I was like, well, this is meant to make fascists feel uncomfortable. So if you feel uncomfortable, I don't really know what to tell you. Like, maybe you shouldn't be aligning with the values that this is antithetical to. I have 180 days to turn them into revolutionaries.
How do you do that? How do you
scare the out of them?
That's a Project.
Oh, this is fake. No. This is fake. It's Project Veritas. No shot. No fucking shot. Okay, dude. There it is. I was waiting. I was like, there's no shot that, like, they only got him fucking saying, like, oh, I have an Antifa flag. Yeah, okay, dude. Okay.
Veritas video, and the teacher is Gabriel Geip out in California. Outkick founder Clay Travis is here to react. Good morning to you, Clay.
Hey, good morning, Ainsley. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well.
Scare the shit out of them. Bimbly, it's me, actually. No shot. Yeah, that's the fucking... Everyone is now saying it's me, actually. There you go. Classic.
Just shocking video admitting, and he has an Antifa flag in his classroom. One of his former students says he's not surprised the Antifa flag was hanging up when he walked into the classroom, and he said he knew it was going to be a tough year. Says he provides the kids extra credit if they go to one of his far left protests, that some protests that are on his list, approved list, but not if you want to go to a pro-life protest. What do you think?
Well, this is the exact thing that I think many parents across the country fear, which is that their kids are not being given an opportunity to learn a wide variety of things in school, but are instead being indoctrinated by people who want to advocate for one particular political perspective. If this teacher were showing the kids the width and breadth of all different political ideals in the United States, I think many people would say, okay, that's at least exposing them to a wide variety of things.
We should be teaching them fascism instead, and how it's good, rather than anti-fascism and how it's wrong to be a fascist. Instead of teaching them about, like, the principles of anti-fascism, you know?
To learn, but we don't want teachers to be bragging about how they are turning people into far left-wing zealots intentionally, especially people who are being paid with our own tax dollars. I think, frankly, it's totally unacceptable, and I'm not surprised that many parents think this is symptomatic of what is going on in a larger context. This teacher does not stand alone.
The school district did give us the statement. Natomas Unified always has, or as always, will look into the matter and take any appropriate actions as necessary. But that former student that was interviewed said they complained a lot and nothing was ever done. Let's also take you to this next story. This is LA's most powerful teachers union. The president of that union said it's more important for students to learn about social justice than it is math. Here's the quote. There is no such thing as learn.
Dude, what the fuck is this convo, dude? Also, why is that like a bad take? That doesn't mean they're not going to teach kids math, but like, your Antifa takes are so disingenuous as drunk centrist. Oh, drunk centrist is back. Like what? Yeah, dude, Antifa is good. I mean, yeah, it is. It literally is. Anti-fascist action is good. Are there fucking cringy LARPer and crusty fucking anarchists that are involved in that situation? Yes. But ultimately, those cringy, crusty anarchists are fighting against, like, literal cringy, crusty fucking white supremacist fascists. So I'll probably still side with the cringy, crusty anarchists over the fucking literal white supremacist LARPers, okay? I'd rather have communist and anarchist LARPers on a side on the side of communist and anarchist LARPers rather than the fucking white supremacist dildos, okay? What centrism is when you side with the fucking white supremacist dildos over the crusty anarchists. Even when those motherfuckers are like yelling at me about how I have a fucking mansion in Hollywood or whatever the fuck.
And be nice to vegans, PLS.
Bad take. I am the storm that is approaching. Bad take. This guy just only comes in to say dumb shit. Wasn't Antifa a red-green light org payer by millionaires though? What? Dude, toe is so healthy right now. For real, for real. Media punch in the air right now. Good take from that guy. I want to hear what this guy says. Tell me. No, I saw the Proud Boys video. They're pieces of shit LARPers too. Exactly. Exactly. And guess what? If you want to fucking eliminate... If you want to eliminate the crusty anarchists from, you know, roaming the streets because they're big, scary Antifa guys, then, you know, tell the fascists to fuck off and stop demonstrating and, you know, shooting paintballs at fucking inside of Portland where they are not even from fucking Portland. The school teacher is real. Calendar teacher did encourage students to attend civic related activities for extra credit. It's not extraordinary to encourage students to attend local political meetings and learn about the government. Some of the calendar events teachers shared involved potential protests and activities that at times became unsafe. Though the district's investigation, there are no specific events right now that prove that. But based on the events in the past few years, it is possible lack of involvement of parents of that kind of sharing was both unprofessional and irresponsible. They're gonna fucking fire a teacher because he told people to go to the fucking BLM protest? Really? The actions and approaches taken by one teacher do not represent the overall staff. If they fucking fire this guy, they're such pieces of shit. They actually questioned the Antifa teacher. Let's see what he had to say.
Oh, hello, how are you?
I'm good.
I am a journalist with Project Veritas.
Okay.
Nice to talk with you. Don't mind my colleague recording. We are recording, but I think you're going to be more interested in what I have to say here.
I don't feel comfortable with this.
Well, I think that there's been a lot of uncomfortability in your classroom. I'd like to talk with you about some of the statements you've made. I believe you said it.
I don't know what Project Veritas is.
Well, we're journalists.
Okay.
And you mentioned to one of our colleagues that you have 180 days to turn students into revolutionaries. Would you like to expound upon that?
We do not consent to this filming. We do not consent to these questions.
Well, you're in a public place, and I don't think parents consent to their students being, quote, turned into revolutionaries. So if you'd like to give a comment on that, those newsworthy statements you've made, I think that would go a long way to resolve some concerns.
Didn't we have this conversation last week and you said they should fire people who use their teaching position for politics is bad? What? If a teacher is a fucking literal Nazi and he gets fired, I don't have a problem with that at all. No. Obviously. But I do see the difference between a fucking leftist or socialist or anti-fascist teacher and a fucking Nazi teacher. Also, we never fire Nazi teachers, unfortunately.
Concerns in the community.
Shouldn't bring any politics into a secular classroom, in my opinion. Shut the fuck up, you dumb, centrist, bimbified morons. Oh my God. It's like, I swear to God, literally every fucking thing that you learn from a neoliberal education in the United States of America turns you all into like dumb fucking brain dead delusional morons who's like, they're communists, same as like fucking Nazis. A secular classroom shouldn't have politics, dude. Everything is political. They're teaching history and shit. What the fuck do you think? There is no fucking equality here, dude.
We would appreciate some distance. If you could step away, that would be
Well, Mr. Geip, if you could please just provide me commentary on these statements. I mean, a student voiced their uncomfortability in your classroom with the Antifa flag. Do you recall that? Do you recall how you responded to that student? You tacitly implied they might be aligned with fascists. I mean, is this the kind of behavior?
That's not what he said. He said, you shouldn't worry about that because you're not a fascist. This flag is supposed to cause discomfort towards fascists.
In line with the mission statement of your high school? Don't you give students extra...
Fascism is bad is not a partisan situation. Fascism is bad, or saying that fascism is bad and wrong is not a fucking partisan thing, okay? Unless you're literally a fucking fascist.
Credit?
It's a political statement which shouldn't be in a classroom. Really? That's what you're saying? You think making a political statement against fascism is a statement that should not be in a classroom? What's next, dude? Should we also not make a political statement that, like, the KKK is morally reprehensible? Oh, wait! That's literally one of the fucking laws that Texas just passed. Good job. You and the Texas state legislature is of the same mind. Teachers are no longer obligated to talk about the morality behind the KKK now in Texas schooling. Isn't that wonderful?
For going to partisan left-wing events?
You're harassing.
Sir, I'm not...
The partisan... Thank you, Ultra Peachy, for the 23 gifted subs. The partisan left-wing events, he's talking about like BLM rallies, dude. Wow. Black guy, by the way.
Harassing you. I'm trying to get comments. You're a public school teacher.
I understand that, but
You're a public school teacher, and you're teaching things outside the curriculum of your school. Do you not have a poster of Mao in your classroom? As parents would also like to know.
Okay, this dude is crusty as hell. This dude hates me probably. Never mind. I take it back. Listen, if you have a fucking poster of Mao in your classroom, you probably don't like me. You probably think I'm a fucking CIA liberal op.
Why do you think it's okay to, quote, scare the F-U-C-K out of students to turn them into revolutionaries? Yet you said that you would consider, and you have considered, taking up arms against the state. That's an incredible statement. Do you think it's okay to push these?
Bro, it's not real, lol. No, I think this is real. I've already seen some information that I've already seen some information that makes it feel like it might be real, considering that, I mean, the school district already fucking sent out a message about it. What? I don't know. My high school government teacher also said you have to sometimes take arms against the state, but he was a Republican, so who cares, I guess. You know, I wonder if how many fucking Project Veritas videos have been done about teachers that literally defend the Confederacy. I wonder, which is significantly worse than being a fucking LARPer who likes Mao Zedong. You know what I mean?
These personal beliefs onto students.
We have to admit the truth. The teacher is probably an annoying guy. Yeah, I know, but like, you don't get fired from your job for being fucking annoying. Or you shouldn't. I don't think they should fire this teacher. That's ridiculous. To be fair, even a Marxist wouldn't want their kids coming back home with annoying anarchist ideas. Nah, he's not an anarchist. He is Mao, dude. You think he's a fucking anarchist? No, the Texas Senate didn't ban teaching KKK is morally wrong. No, they didn't ban it. They just no longer fucking have it in the school curriculum. That's not what I said anyway. I didn't say they banned talking about the KKK. I said they no longer require the morality behind the KKK to be in the school curriculum. Anyway, that dude isn't a fucking that dude isn't an anarchist. Let's be clear. He doesn't like Mao. He says the Cultural Revolution failed and criticizes Mao for that, according to New York Post. That's hilarious. Guy had Kim Jong-un too. He didn't. If he did know about you, he probably would call you a lib. Oh, for sure. Still, shouldn't get fired. That's crazy. Or annoyed by fucking Project Veritas. He's way too employed to be an anarchist. True. That's also true. That's right, dude. Anyway. Okay, let's keep going.
As a learning loss, our kids didn't lose anything, talking about COVID. It's okay that our babies may not have learned all their timetables. They learned resilience, survival, critical thinking skills. They know the difference between a riot and a protest. They know the words insurrection and coup. Unbelievable, right?
It's disgraceful. And frankly, this person shouldn't be allowed to represent teachers anywhere in the country, much less Los Angeles, one of our biggest cities, where she has the most possible influence. Look, here's the reality. The biggest failure among many failures of our response to COVID was kids not being able to be in school, especially the most disadvantaged among them. It's fundamentally unfair and awful.
I know you're going to be on Fox and Friends this weekend on Saturday, along with Outkick's college football bus tour across the biggest games in the South through September 18th. And don't forget to check out what's kicking on Outkick. Clay, thank you so much for coming on with us.
Thank you, Ainsley. Can't wait for college football to be off and rolling.
I know. I'm excited, too. More Fox and Friends just moments away.